Nice glacier.
Undulating terrain, lots of lakes, and life.
Well, good morning. It's another day on the Sea Spirit. We're supposed to have a land excursion this morning at Smeerenburg at the very northern tip of Spitsbergen, but the ship has encountered pack ice as we're heading north, and they're trying to find a route through the pack ice. But until they do, we don't know what's going on yet this morning. Originally, as I said, a snowshoe expedition on Smeerenburg, which is an old whaling town from the 1600s, was scheduled for this morning, and a zodiac ride or a zodiac cruise was scheduled for this afternoon. But we're going to have to wait and see what's happening. You can see little smidges of floating ice out there.
That would be good. That would be nice. You have a look at these until the
It's perfect ice.
Точно, ты вариант не присутствует, если ты смотришь, что он точно знает.
All these long, flat slabs are called sea ice. And we're still working our way around northwest. Little bitty snow flurries out here. Hoping to get around, one never knows, with an expedition cruise. You can see all the sea ice coming up straight ahead of us. I'm trying the soup today, the broccoli blue cheese soup, because we've done nothing all day. Absolutely nothing because of the sea ice all around the ship. So this morning's excursion was canceled and we don't know what's going to be happening for afternoon. In other words, all we've done is eat so far today.
We've changed course so many times today. The captain's been really quite phenomenal. So our original plan, of course, was to come up into the northwest corner. 4 o'clock this morning, I got a little bit of a phone call. Please come to the bridge. We've met some ice, and it wasn't looking so good for progress. A revised plan was to see how far north we could go following these bands of ice, and the ice was moving quite rapidly. So Captain wisely doesn't like to sail all the way north and then find that the gates of ice have closed behind him. So this was the ice we met, and it had come further south than on this chart, and where the visibility wasn't all that great and there were strong winds moving the ice around. So if you went up onto the bridge, you would have seen them looking at the ice, and they're looking at the morning at around 4 o'clock. We were contemplating our position here, and then we started working our way up and coming in and looping and doing circles, and of course this doesn't show you what the ice was doing because the ice was changing all the time. We're still trying to achieve the 80 mark, and that would be the goal, and we'd like to celebrate that. It is just a mark on the chart, but in the same way as crossing the Arctic Circle has meaning for people, although there's not a mark in the water. 80 degrees, it has a nice flavour to it. to be that far north. And so
Yeah, the sea ice is always changing.
They just pour the champagne or the pseudo-champagne, which means that either, yes, we have crossed the 80-degree mark, or we haven't crossed the 80-degree mark. We're celebrating anyhow, right? One way or another. The significance of the 80-degree mark is you're only 10 degrees away from the North Pole.
52 twice. Cheers.
Okay, we didn't hit 80, but it was pretty darn close. Well, here's to the 79 degrees, the closest I'm ever going to get to the North Pole, unless I can scrounge up $25,000 US a person to take the nuclear icebreaker up to the North Pole that goes once a year. I sincerely doubt it, so here's to 79 degrees.